Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Well, this morning, the GIFT Nifty should be up for you. It's suggesting a positive start, but that's been the general case, right? The market has sort of sees a little bit of an up move and then it becomes sort of a sell-on rally market. But let's see how it goes. The global cues have been good today and good overnight, and Reliance AGM is also later today, so we have a big queue coming up. But let's get to individual stocks that we're discussing this morning. All the NBFCs will be in focus. Ritu is joining in to give us the latest on that. Ritu, good morning.
Good morning, Sonia. We've heard from some of the largest NBFCs in the system, whether it is Bajaj Finance or Paytm Capital in our banking symposium earlier, that the high spurt in unsecured retail lending is worrying. And it's not gone unnoticed by the regulator either, because we've been given to understand from our sources that in the Friday meeting with NBFCs at the RBI headquarters, this was one of the issues that was highlighted by the regulator, the high growth that we've seen in unsecured lending compared to some of the other segments. And the regulator really wanted to warn NBFCs to remain vigilant on the sector and understand where exactly is the demand coming from and whether a lot of it is also fintech-led and therefore tighter vigilance is warranted on that end. Remember, it already forms about 16% of overall retail lending by NBFCs. And as per some reports, it's expected to be almost 18% by next year. So there's been a sharp spurt, especially post-COVID. And the regulator's message has been very clear, especially in these good times, remain vigilant and provide prudently.
All right. Thanks very much, Ritu, for that. I mean, we actually we did a discussion on Friday morning on this particular segment, the unsecured segment. We put out a piece on Friday closing bell as well. So we continue to highlight that. And the RBI, of course, is taking, asking the questions. That was a scheduled regular meeting, but came up in that with institutions. Well, let's talk about stocks with news flow. Surabhi is here with details on what's on our list. Surabhi, morning.
Good morning. So first on my list is Linde. The company has received a letter of acceptance by SAIL for installation of cryogenic oxygen plant. Now this contract will be over a span of 20 years. BEML, the company has received a contract for an export order from Russia worth $20 million. This contract is to be executed in different phases starting from this month. BEL, the company has received a new defense and non-defense orders worth 3290 odd crores in the month of July and August. BHEL, the company has received an order from NHPC worth 2242 crores. The order is to be executed over 75 months. Indostar, the company has sold its corporate portfolio worth 915 crores to Phoenix ARC. Now, Phoenix ARC will set up a trust that will monitor progress of its real estate projects. And lastly, Indian Bank, there is a board meet on 30th of August for approval of raising equity of up to 4,000 crores.
Okay, got that, Surabhi. Thank you very much for those stocks. We'll watch out for all of them. The list is not over yet. Vivek has a couple more names on his radar. Vivek, morning.
Well, good morning. Quite a few block deals that happened in Friday's session. First on our list is Jio Financial Services. Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund picked up a large chunk of shares over here, almost 3.72 shares at 202.8 rupees a share. The next stock on our radar is Amber Enterprises. We saw a large block deal happen over there. Ascent Investment Holding, the private equity company that held almost 9.76% stake in the company at the end of the June quarter, paired close to 3.7% stake. Interestingly, this particular block deal was done at no discount to Thursday's close, and Government of Singapore picked up almost 2.2% stake out of the total equity on offer. Lastly, keep an eye out for Paytm as well. Antfin Holdings sold 2.27 crore shares at 895 rupees a share. They sold 3.6 out of the total 23.7% stake held in the company. So large amount of equity still held by this particular seller. But bunch of buyers over here, Society General, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, as well as Goldman Sachs were amongst the key buyers in this particular block deal.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's do a quick recap of our top stocks with positive news flow this morning. There's Linde India, BEML, Bharat Electronics, BHEL, Indostar Capital, Indian Bank, Jio Financial Services and Amber Enterprises. While stocks with negative news flow, there's Paytm and the NBFC stocks, of course. So we'll come to that in greater detail. But there are some brokerages that we can focus on today for sure. Mangalam is joining in to give us the latest on that. Mangalam, morning.
Good morning. So I have a couple of stocks which have been a buzz for the last few trading sessions. and that is HAL as well as BEL. And Morgan Stanley has written on both these counters. For HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics, that is, they have an overweight rating. They've increased their target to 43.65 rupees per share. And the reason why they believe so is because they see the Indian aerospace industry having a long runway for growth. The company's products continue to get traction to replace foreign fleet. In fact, value addition locally is likely to increase after the MOU that they've signed with GE on the engine side itself. And export orders could also drive the stock closer to their bull case itself. The other one is BEL, and that's because, they have an overweight rating with a target of 154 rupees per share. The reason why they do that is because the company's won nearly 3,300 crore worth new orders in July and August. And this is in addition to the 8,100 crore worth rough orders that they had won in the first quarter itself. So what this does is takes their entire order inflow of this year so far to 57% of their total year's target. So there is a chance that it may actually exceed their company's target itself, and as a result of which there is a positive case.
Okay, got that. Mangalam, thank you very much. Let's also round up all the commodity market action. Manisha Gupta is joining in for that. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Zirbi. Thank you so much for that. I'll start with the crude oil prices, where we have seen the WTI regain above $80 a barrel. This is after diesel prices also gained up by 5% overnight to a near 7-month highs. Well, a couple of factors which are supportive. One, there is a fire breakout in a refinery in Louisiana. The markets also have seen the U.S. energy firm cut the active rigs for a 9th straight month. There also is an interesting report from Morgan Stanley which says that the Brent prices will see support of $80 for the rest of this year because of a likely deficit that they're anticipating. And then the street is also looking on strong Chinese measures, with China halving the stamp duty on stock trading effective today. We have seen not just the Chinese market, but the Chinese yuan, and many of these commodities, since China is the major consumer and producer, also gain up. So apart from crude prices, the metals also have started the day on a positive note.
Manisha, thank you very much for that. So that's basically what the commodity picture setup looks like. We'll take a very quick commercial break here. Prakash Devan will be with us with a quick check on the market fundamentals, specific stocks and focus. Lots to discuss with Prakash coming up on the other side.